you, the better you're going to be. It was just a matter of being able to get it the way he visioned, and that's what we tried to do.
Terry, go! Terry, go! We've cut, okay, cut.
Oh, great, beautiful. Woo! Thank you, Dickie.
The Bantu wind was rusty and really, really beaten up, and it seemed to fit the part, as it were. And as the time approached, I decided to go back and just check it out, and to my horror, I discovered that the whole boat had been repainted. There were no rust marks. It was painted white and blue, I recall. So with very little time left, I had to actually get our paint team over and put it back to the condition that it was in when we actually found it.
What's happening? We have most important friends.
We tried to get a submarine. We didn't want to build a submarine from scratch, and there was a movie that they hadn't made yet called Das Boot, Wolfgang Petersen's television epic that became a 2.5-hour-long feature film, and they had built the boat, so we rented the Das Boot boat, put our own numbers on it, and shot that in La Rochelle, France.
Not only was the sub there, but there was a Second World War German submarine pen there, complete, even to the graffiti on the walls that was still there from the Second World War. So it was almost a set in existence.
The final sequence, of course, the problem for an actor with that final sequence, and especially in those days when we weren't used to blue screen, was that you had to be talked through every moment.
Belloc starts to hear a rumble coming from the ark. He starts to hear a sound, and he takes a step back, and the rumble increases, the hum increases, and then a bluish-green gaseous veil spills from the ark and starts to crawl down the steps. Everything was storyboarded. So everybody, the actors included, could walk up and say, oh yeah, I'm reacting to that ghost, the pretty ghost that becomes the skeleton that dissolves before the eyes and gets them to start screaming.
And of course, it was my first experience with acting to nothing, you know. I mean, it was Stephen over on the sidelines going, and now the head is exploding, and you know, there's something coming out, which I have now since done so many times on so many films.
Don't look, Marion. And the glow starts to come up. Glow.
As far as I was concerned, as an actor, the sequence had finished with me screaming. And I'd had to spend quite a few takes screaming and screaming and screaming, so they just got the wide open mouth ready for that sequence. So it was amazing to see the finished sequence and see what they'd done with my head. I had no idea that's what was going to happen.
Of course, which is typical of making movies, there's nothing really there until the premiere, when the actors first get to see what they were being so foolish about. Cut. Great, Cut.
Movie making is a collaboration, and we had some wonderful collaborators on this movie, and that's what makes each sequence so exciting. And putting that all together was a masterpiece of editing by Michael Kahn.
Stephen has his famous phrase, he shoots for the editing room, and I had a lot of footage. And it's good to know as an editor that all the pieces you put together mean something, by putting in a certain reaction, or putting in a shot, a point of view, or overlapping track. There's a lot of devices that are used to influence an audience. Millions of people see it and they respond to it. Sometimes it needs just a little touch. It needs another beat, or it's a beat too much. It's all very sensitive. How you put it together really affects the audience psychologically.
I thought when I first read the script that Indiana Jones was going to be fun to watch, and I had great confidence in Stephen as a filmmaker. But you still never know what the mood of the audience is going to be when the film is released. So I was very pleased at the amount of success that we had with it.
Try the hard, and then just like he's made of chiffon, pulling him like that. Try that once.
I was blown away by it when I saw it. I saw a different movie in my head, and I think I came to see that the movie I saw in my head was not the movie we were making. And so I think when we finished the film, I was a little puzzled by what we had done. And when I went into the theater and sat down, I was like, whoa, I got it instantly. I mean, I saw what he was doing, and I saw the film that he was making, and I knew it was really good. I knew it was something people would respond to.
I can't go back and look at a lot of my movies without either punching holes in them or just kind of like flinching and going, ooh, I could have done that better. I have probably a handful of films that I've directed that I could watch objectively as if I didn't have anything to do with the movie. And Raiders is one of those films that I can look at with my kids and divorce myself from all my knowledge and forget how it was made and watch it from the point of view of an audience. And that's what's fun about that picture. That was the gift that Raiders gave back to me, was it let me watch it objectively 20, 25 years later.
It was one of those rare occasions where everything, the script came out better than we expected, the movie came out better than we expected, everything sort of just came together and was brilliant.